There's only two things that I think the Seahawks do better than the Rams. They force turnovers. The Rams only have 8. The Seahawks, with a bye week, have 12. Shaq Griffin, Ryan Neal, Quandre Diggs with 2 picks. KJ Wright, a forced fumble and 2 recoveries. And the Seahawks have a better quarterback. I may be slightly overvaluing the Rams, as you say, Carson, in your opinion, as 4 of their 5 wins have been against the NFC East, but I just like their personnel better. The Seahawks defense is dead last in opponents' yards per game. They're 24th in opponents' points per game. And yeah, I understand in the modern era, we've had this conversation a lot on the show. Defense does not mean nearly as much, but I just can't put my faith in a team with a defense this poor. I think the Dunlap trade does change things slightly and can potentially help force more turnovers on the back end. But regardless of offensive output, this defense is atrocious. The reason that I have the Rams at number 1, simply put, they're stronger in the trenches. They have the number 2 pass blocking offensive line in football. They've only allowed 8 sacks. Aaron Donald has 8 sacks of his own on the defensive line, and Leonard Floyd and Michael Brockers have been great at getting at the quarterback. They're 3rd in sacks. I'm sold on this defense, way more than the Seahawks. They shut down Chicago, and yes, Nick Foles is at quarterback. The Chicago offensive line isn't nearly as solid. They sacked him 4 times. He threw 2 picks. He didn't have any time to throw the football, and when he did, there was a ram ready there to punch it out of the receiver's hands. I don't care that they lost to the 49ers, Carson. I don't care that they only scored 17 on the Giants. The Rams are strong in the trenches. When they have pass blocking, when they have run blocking up front, the Rams have it this year. They have been a great team. The last time this Rams offensive line was this good, they went to the Super Bowl. I think that people aren't looking at how good this offensive line has been in getting Jared Goff and these wide receivers open and getting Malcolm Brown and Darrell Henderson open running lanes. I think you're a fool for having them at 4. When the Rams win this division, when the Rams win a playoff game, I want you to come back on the show, and I want a formal apology. I want you to put it in my P.O. box, Carson. I want it live on the show. I think you're Bubbo the Clown for not having the Rams up any higher.
First of all, I think the Rams are a really good football team. But here's what you're missing, Logan. You're so caught up on defense. When you score 34 points per game, it doesn't matter what you allow on the other end. Yeah, maybe you're not going to win the Super Bowl that way, but you're going to win 12 games. This team easily could have beaten the Cardinals, and the fact that they lost in a shootout to me is not discouraging because you know what it showed me? That it took 3 Russell Wilson interceptions, a called back game-winning touchdown, and all of this craziness for them to not win a game against a really good football team in which they still put up 34 points.